Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today, and it is a Friday edition, so we'll be doing a little birthdays like we always do. We'll be doing weekend plans as well. I'm going to start things off with a really weird story. I guess there's a TV show called Ghost Adventures. It's one of those like ghost hunting shows and stuff like that. I really don't watch those shows.
Did you get scared?
I do. I don't believe in most of it, but then some of the stuff freaks me out. Like Betty Rock one time played for us like CCTV of like this preschool and things were just moving and opening, and to me I'm just thinking somebody's scamming it, but it was enough to like make me go woof. I want to see that again.
Yeah, that came across my TikTok feed, and I was like, whoa, because it was in the middle of the night and nothing is moving, and it's on surveillance footage, and all of a sudden you just see this locker
fly open and
then it just closes, and then a chair gets thrown, and you're like, ooh.
I do have to contend this though, okay? Because we know that there is a spirit realm. You know, we've got Jesus ascending to heaven, then coming back. We know that there's the Holy Spirit. We know that there's God. All those things. So if you believe in all of that, then you do have to believe in the angel armies, the demons, all of the negative side of this.
Because it's in the Bible.
I know.
I mean, Jesus handled all sorts of people that were possessed.
Yeah, spirits and demons and stuff. I just don't live in that world that much, but I'm baffled. I'm baffled by if you say you died and your spirit did, this is the assumption, like your spirit doesn't ascend to heaven. I believe that it does, okay? But anyway, so like say it doesn't for some reason, like people with ghost shows, they're trapped here or whatever. You are in between time and space, and the best you can do is knocking over a chair. Like, that's how you spend your days.
But are you in control, though?
You're sliding furniture. Like, I can't even imagine that that's a full day of stuff.
So, in the Bible, it says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord.
Correct.
Okay, so we believe that as Christians. But I don't know if that is necessarily true for those who didn't get saved. So then, do they go straight to purgatory or not? I don't know. Or are they stuck in the in-between? Now,
I don't know.
I will say this, that I had a friend of mine.
I love when we have Betty's full attention in the Aftercast, too. Like, if I was doing my, White House story, she would be, like, looking over here.
Whatever.
But she is all in, man.
So I had a friend of mine that she had a friend. Okay, so my friend's friend.
Yeah.
She claimed that she had this ability to see spirits.
I don't believe
now
that.
She is a Christian.
I still don't believe it.
Keep that in mind. And she said that she would walk around, and randomly she has gotten better at being able to tell who is not of this world and who is, okay? So she said I remember her telling me this story where she took her daughter to a roller skating rink or something. And she looked up because she saw somebody moving, and she could tell that it was not a person that was here.
How can she tell?
I don't know. I can't remember that part. But
would have been important to the story.
I'm sure I asked, but I can't remember. But anyway,
it's like the crux.
She said it's like an energy. It's like a vibe that she gets. And so anyways,
getting ghost vibes.
Yeah. And so she claims that she just rebukes it. She prays in Jesus' name, and she just goes on with her day. But she's gotten better at ignoring. She gets better at ignoring them.
That is
However,
the thing.
Why would someone who has died and passed on be stuck
at a roller
rink?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. What did you do that was so bad in life?
Lot?
Yeah.
But then again, would that be considered purgatory, where you can't communicate?
You got to hear that same song over and over again.
You can't communicate. You can't. People can't see you. Like, that would get pretty boring.
Yeah.
And old.
Yeah, but I don't know.
For those people, are they choosing to be here, and then they just they can't go anywhere?
Let me also tell you
What's their?
Okay, so I saw this thing on TikTok where it was like one of those ghost hunter type things.
The Tesla thing?
Oh, that was cool. Anyway, so there's this box that I guess ghost hunters use where it just makes this constant static noise. It just goes
Roger.
The whole time. Yeah, like I distinctly heard the name Roger. But that's on an SNL skit.
Oh,
I know it's an
sometime.
inside joke
Yeah.
for us because we watch it and we
watch that
laugh
again.
every
But
time.
it's really good. Anyway, so it makes this box, okay? And these ghost hunters go to this couple who lost their teenage girl in a car accident. And it was, of course, not planned. Like, it took them by surprise. And they are all sitting in her room. Okay, you can imagine these parents are just torn apart
Sure.
by this tragedy. So the ghost hunters come in there and they're like, okay, we're going to turn on this box. And somehow the frequencies, I don't understand it. She's going to be able to communicate with us through this box.
Okay, I don't believe that either.
Okay. So, anyways, they're all sitting there, and the mom and the
They made
dad,
it at
and
Radio Shack.
I don't know. So then, mom and dad are sitting there. Let's pretend her name is Allie,
Okay.
and they're like, "Allie, can you hear us?" And all you can hear is it's like nothing. And then all of a sudden, I think the mom like has a framed picture of her, and she's like, "Allie, I miss you," or something like that. And you can just faintly hear through the
Yeah.
you hear, "I miss you too, Mom."
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know,
Scary.
freaking Gavin out. But anyways, so the mom and dad had a certain way that they would say "I love you" at the end, kind of like what you and Haley do with Mahu Mahu.
Right.
And I don't remember what theirs was, but they didn't say it to her. Okay. But they were like, "Allie, we're going to let you go," or, I don't know. And she said it first.
Interesting.
And you could hear it through the box. Now, all that to say, am I thinking that their teenage daughter is there being able to communicate? Maybe.
No.
I don't know anything. I don't know. But I also think that TV shows, of course, can do anything.
Right.
But two, who's to say that if we have to believe in the good side, we also have to believe in a bad side?
Yeah.
And,
I see where you're
and,
going.
Yeah.
and they're going to do whatever they need to do to get you to believe.
Well, distract too. I mean,
Distract,
like,
yeah.
make you, whether it's fear or
So you're saying like a demonic entity could have been masquerading as their kid and saying that
Maybe.
or something? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird that because when she said that
Right.
whatever ending that they have for one another, they were shook.
Yeah.
And they the parents started bawling. And they did truly believe this was their way of communicating to her. And I think that's an easy way to get into someone's life, especially if you're in the middle of grieving.
Sure.
You'll do anything to
Yeah.
hear from that person again.
yeah, your brain might do play a lot of tricks on
Yeah.
you,
And
which is
so-
really sad.
That's where too, they talk about, the Bible not opening yourself up to this kind of stuff.
Right.
Because it can lead to bad things, know. And also too, like,
But do you remember in the Bible we talked about this? King Saul, was it?
I went and saw
That witch.
The witch.
Right.
And she was able to bring up
Samuel.
Samuel. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you bothering me?"
and there were other things with Moses and fighting the prophets of Baal or whatever it was, and then they were able to replicate some of the things that he did, and so yeah, I do believe that there are evil forces. I don't fear them because we're told you have dominion over them in the name of Jesus.
So then let's watch that.
But is that why you-
school video surveillance?
I would
footage
rather not.
again.
I'm not going to
You
open myself.
said-
I'm
you
not going to
said-
open
you
myself
said
up
you're
to
not
it.
scared.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
said
It's
you're
like,
not scared.
If you're not scared because you feel like you have power,
Yeah.
you can have power, or not scared because you're like, I just haven't run into it yet.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna watch a
like,
scary
the-
movie in the light.
The,
Turn on
the
all the
second
lights.
I'm at home and like I just hear my son who actually can't talk say something in
Yeah.
like the dark, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. It's like I'm like, okay, I don't have power right now. See ya.
I'm just super skeptical of all of that.
Well, then why can't you watch the videos?
But
Then that means you're not skeptical.
Well, it's like going to a scary movie. I know it's not real, but it still gets you because it's playing on all your emotions and your fears and things like that. That's what I think is the saddest. I think these people that want so desperately to hear from that loved one, I think they get taken advantage of a lot by people.
But do you think that
for
like
things like that?
do you think that when you hear stories of like exorcisms,
Yeah.
like, do you think that's a real thing?
Boy, I
'Cause
know.
that's one I struggle with. I'm like, I'd rather just be a youth pastor in the South.
Yeah,
Than
oh,
like
yeah.
some Catholic priest who's
Yeah.
like signing me up for
Yeah, battling demons.
battling demons.
I think they say, isn't it in Haiti that's way more
Prevalent, yeah.
And maybe because we're in America,
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't. they don't have to be as that diabolical. Maybe it's just more about keeping us busy.
Again,
Haiti has a
distracted.
history.
Distracted.
Well, Haiti has a history with that, and it's funny because I remember Pat Robertson before he died saying that this was God's judgment on Haiti and things like that. They've played with like these. I think he said the earthquake was his judgment on them and stuff. Yeah, Haiti played around with that stuff for a long time, and I've been to Haiti multiple times, and I can tell you this: Haiti feels heavy. It feels oppressed when you're there. The people, by and large, don't have the same joy that like people in Africa who also have nothing have. You know, it's a heavy place. To your point, Gavin, about do I believe in exorcisms and possession? If you look at the Bible, it's clear that there are examples of that.
Yeah.
And Jesus and the disciples, they all talk about casting out demons in the name of Jesus. So it's obviously there. Do the same things happen today like they happened back then? I don't know. You know,
it's tough too because it's not like we watch Good Morning America every day.
Yeah.
It's not like we've ever had the 7 o'clock story is an exorcism or something. And it's weird how here in America too, like we do make it. Like we make movies out of this stuff too.
Sure.
Like it's something that we have put an entertainment factor on, which is kind of twisted.
Also,
as well.
too, who's to say that those people that were in the Bible that were delivered from whatever, it couldn't have been schizophrenia?
Sure. I
or
mean,
that's a great
seizure,
point. That's a great
seizure disability.
100%. But then you're doubting what the Bible says.
Yeah, there's the pig. The pig story is one.
I'm not doubting what the Bible says. I'm saying that there are some stories where I think they don't really specify that he had demons or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just like, isn't there a story about something where it's like, my son keeps falling in the fire or whatever. He's to say he didn't have epilepsy.
Yeah,
or
there are
something.
some that aren't specific, but then there are some that are very specific.
the ones that are specific, like the going into the pigs. Yeah, of course.
But you're right that they're like even first century author might have not written like we would now.
And they didn't know that.
Their
kind of
perception
stuff
would be
back then.
different. But
And I don't know why. Like, is it that if you say, okay, well, the name of Jesus has power and dominion over all things and just cast away evil in the name of Jesus, why the disciples weren't able to do it? And he's like, Jesus, like, it's because you don't have belief in faith. You didn't have enough of that, I guess. So when somebody gets entrenched with that, if that happens today, is it that, why does it take so long to kick a demon out of somebody, you know? And why do you have to use holy water and crosses? Like, I don't think, like that, I think is where it's gotten played up.
yeah,
You know,
I bet you're right about that.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, you could see like a priest showing up with, he's got a vial of water and a cross and, you know, some script, like some manuscripts and maybe some Tic Tacs, I don't know, you know, and like, okay, I got my demon possession kit, but like, it
As
should
opposed to
just
just
be,
saying, hey, Jesus.
Jesus has power
take
and
care of
authority
this.
over you. You're done here, you know, and it says demons have to flee. And so why doesn't that happen? Is it because the person has let them in and is a participant in this, you know? And the truth of the matter is, I don't know.
This is all speculation.
But see, the thing about it is though, is I'm open to it, but I don't live in it. Like I'm open to the fact that this might be a thing, but then there are some people, man, they go to church and they're like, we're doing battle with the devil today, and tomorrow we're going to go out and slay the devil, you know, and it's like, it's such a prevalent part of their faith that they see the devil in everything and behind everything, and they experience more of this stuff. So are they experiencing it because there's more of it? Or are they experiencing because they look for it and they, in air quotes, find it, you know, kind of thing. So I don't know. Anyway, back to this story. That was literally not even the story.
What was the?
I literally
how did we
said
do
there's a
that?
guy that has a TV show called Ghost Hunters, and then we did 14 minutes on that. The whole thing about the Ghost Hunters
What?
thing was he is the host of this. He's filming an episode and gets a call from the police while he's filming this episode. He's at his house, and it's about his wife, who has just been arrested in a plot to kill him.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait.
Did you see this?
Yeah, it happened like a few months ago.
You saw this? Okay, because
Yeah.
he's just now still talking about it. I hadn't seen this, and so the cameras captured this, and he's like, dude, while he's looking at his phone, and he takes a long pause, and then he kind of steps outside to explain that at this point they're not going to be showing any of the further footage, but he gets the call that his wife was trying to kill him, tried to hire a contract killer, which are always cops. Very few people have ever hired a real hitman, which is a very low percentage.
Yeah.
So I think I'd go a different direction. But she could get 3 to 7.5 years. He filed for divorce a week after. And in a statement she read during the hearing, she apologized to him, saying she was so immensely sorry for the pain and anxiety I have caused you and the betrayal you undoubtedly and rightfully feel by my actions. I'm consumed with regret every day and ashamed and disappointed in myself. So there you go. She's owning it. But it sounds like he's taking it all in stride with this latest post. Not good today at all. Every day is worse with all the learning that I'm doing here. I just want the divorce to be over so I can move on with my life. This is the worst year of my life. I know, that is so bad. She was like, she even said, I don't know why I went down this road. I should have just divorced him. You're like, yeah, maybe that's a logical, rational thought inside of this. But you know what? Divorces happen and families break up. But sometimes there is a little ray of sunshine, a silver lining. And Betty Rock has a story about celebrities that have, dated the ex of former partners, I guess.
That's right.
I did it!
Well done. Well done. All right, we're going to start with the first one, Demi Moore. So she dated this guy, Harry Morton, and he's a little bit younger than her, so keep that in mind. But he was a restaurant entrepreneur.
A restaurateur, they called it.
Restaurateur.
Yeah.
Anyways, after 3 months, they realized, you know what? We're better off as friends. We're just going to let this thing die. But then a couple months later, she was seen with that guy's dad.
Oh, what?
Peter Morton.
What?
Yeah. And he's the Hard Rock Cafe co-founder. Oh. So that means she was dating Harry Morton, broke up with him, then started dating Harry Morton's dad, Peter Morton.
But then she goes back to really younger guys and was with Ashton Kutcher when she was in her. And like, I know people are like, that's scandalous. Guys do it all the time. So I'm equal opportunity. I never thought she was this horrible person for that.
Another one is Travis Barker. He is the drummer for Blink 182. And I didn't know this, but he actually dated Kim Kardashian for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, he dated her, and he said, we just realized it wasn't going to go anywhere. And eventually, he married Kourtney Kardashian, who is Kim Kardashian's older sister.
He did? Are they still together?
Yep. And they've got a kid together.
That's crazy.
All the things. And then finally, this one might be the weirdest. Tish Cyrus, who is Billy Cyrus's ex-wife and the mother of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
So Miley is one of many children of Tish.
We don't talk about the others.
We don't.
We really don't.
There was another daughter who was younger than Miley. Her name is Noah Cyrus. Yeah.
That's weird name.
And she tried to get in the music business a little bit. I don't know if it really went anywhere. But anyways, Tish Cyrus was seen marrying an actor named Dominic Purcell. You know him from Prison Break, which I've never seen.
I never saw that movie.
But he's in that show. Well, she got married to him only a few weeks after he had broken up with Noah Cyrus.
Oh,
Tish's
her daughter?
Younger daughter.
Oh, my glory.
So
That's
that means
gotta
Dominic
be weird.
was dating Noah Cyrus, which she was way younger than him. They broke up, and then he married his ex-girlfriend's mom.
Wow.
Which they're more on the same age range.
That is, that's flip-floppy.
And her kids did not show up for that wedding.
I can imagine. Mm-hmm. I don't see Noah showing up for that for sure. And then Miley out of support.
Awkward.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, do you got any birthdays for us? Because that will make me happy.
I don't, but I have a really good question that I would like to get to.
Go for it.
This one is from Zian. Zian, I am so sorry that it's taken us so long to get to your question because she did send us a Facebook or an Instagram message. I can't remember. But anyways, she asked, what are your opinions on living with a roommate versus living by yourself, and which is better?
Okay, Betty, you do this because it's more of a thing in your life. I have my opinion on it, but and I have my opinion on it for you, but I think you're the one that can speak to this the best.
Zion, I would say that I've experienced both. And in my 20s and 30s, I think I went through, I counted them up one time. It was a lot of roommates.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
She's hard to deal with.
No, they all got married. So I will say this. When you have a roommate, when you're younger, I think it's a godsend, especially if it's someone that you get along with. If you don't get along with them, it's more heartache than it is helping. And I've had both situations. But it helps with the bills. It also helps with safety.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
Socially, too. It's nice. You have someone to talk to.
Now, as you get older, roommates get a little bit harder to find.
And everything they do annoys you. And doesn't matter what it is.
Because the older you get, the more set in your ways you get.
Yep.
So I would say once you cross that 32, 33 age range, you might want to venture into, if you can afford it, moving out on your own.
I get that. Like, I would not want to live with anybody, like, at all. Like, right now, I'm even struggling with my wife. We just do things very differently. We were driving home last night, and she loves to point out the speed limits of every place that we're at. And then there was a car going like 15 miles underneath the speed limit, and I chose to pass the car with dotted yellow lines, so I'm well within it, and she's freaking out. Like, you can't pass here. I'm like, the driving people tell me I can. It's dotted lines. I'm good. But there's a hill coming up. But it's still dotted lines. It's pitch black. There's no headlights. I'm good. So I make the pass, and then we go past one of those signs, and it says like a speed sign, and it just says slow down. And she just reads it. She's like, slow down. That's interesting. Slow down. And
my God.
And I'm having people say slow down.
That would drive me nuts.
See, yeah. I know. And so, like, I literally go like this. I go, you know what? I think I'm going to petition the court to have my driver's license amended to where I can only drive to work and home. Like if you've committed a crime, and then that way you'll have to drive everywhere else because the court has said he cannot drive anywhere else, and then you're going to have to drive.
Now, my question is, does she ever drive when y'all are together?
No, only if she has to. Like last night, we were going to a revival, and I was gonna have her drive while I edited, but I took a really fast shower, and I was able to edit the audio before we got in the car, so I drove.
Is this one of those things where she's willing to, but you always take it upon yourself to drive?
She's willing-ish. Like, she says it, but she doesn't want to. She hates to drive. And so for me, like, the older I get, talking about like just getting more set in your ways, I'm getting very practical. Like, okay, if this is something that bothers you, then just solve it, drive. You know, like, I'm who I am. I'm not going to change. And so you know this. And so if it's a thing that, like, maybe my driving scares you, like her dad at the end, like her dad was a horrible driver. And so you're like, he scared me. And so I would drive. I'd be like, Jim, I got it. Let me drive. You know, and my dad the same way. And my dad, like, we were on a trip, and he almost got us all into an accident. And everybody freaked out, and he got so mad at all of us and was pouty and stuff about it. And
Your dad?
Yeah. It's the only time in my life I have ever disrespected my dad verbally. And I mean, it was not cool. Like, so he was whining about it, and I literally told my dad to shut up. And I have never in my years, I was 40 something at the time, I've never done that.
What did he say?
He just got silent, and I had to go to him and apologize. But like,
as an adult, too.
it was bad.
That's fascinating.
I mean, and he was so great. Like, he didn't hold anything against me, but it was a reaction in the moment, and I felt really bad about it. But like, he then one time realized that he was not a good driver anymore because he loved to drive, and he had issues with his eyesight and his heart and stuff, and so he took himself out. He said, okay, I'm turning the keys in. I'm not.
My parents are already passenger princesses.
Yeah.
Like, they love it if I drive.
Yeah.
And they're like, they just sit back and they get to look out the window. And they'll be like, Well, Danny B, did you see that? I never realized there was a barn there. Well, Robin, look at that. And I'm just sitting there minding my own business. Okay, but all that to say, when it comes to your wife and driving, which we need to go back to living, you need to do the thing where it's like she has 3, like you put 3 red construction strips like on the dashboard, okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and she gets to, she'll take one if she wants to say something. Okay? And then she can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
If she has driving. 2 more things to say.
Could we just do it about conversation in general?
No.
Dang
it. If she wants to make a comment, about your driving, she has 3 times to do it.
Love it.
After that, you're done.
Or I have one time I pulled into a parking lot and I got out of the car and I said, "You're going to drive now."
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't like being told what to do anyway, and I'm self-aware enough to know if I'm distracted or because there are times where I've said, "Hey, look, I'm super distracted today. Like my ADHD or whatever is kicking in. I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about 15 other things." I'm like, if you would drive, that'd be great because I'm pretty aware of myself. And I'm aware like if I'm not driving well, like I would be like, "Hey, you just drive," you know? But yeah, she's starting to not like the way I drive more and more. She's getting more fearful as she gets older.
Okay, so back to living together.
Yes. Okay, I want
You
out.
said
No.
You said it gets stuck in your ways.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like you get really stuck in your ways and it's difficult. Like if I was single, I would never want to live with anybody past a certain age because of that. Like I do things my way and I'm good with that. In a marriage though, as you get to where you get less tolerant about things, you have to remain tolerant, which can be really hard. That's why you see so many old people that have lived together for so long. They both have gotten to this point where they're less tolerant and they get really chippy with each other. And they're constantly kind of like nagging at each other and stuff. And I'm cognizant of that there are days where I've had to go to her and say, "Man, I was really short with you today, and I know you don't deserve that. So I need to be mindful of it." And she has said the same thing.
What about Haley's situations with roommates, especially for Diane?
She had bad roommates in college and stuff. And
so the importance is to pick someone that is like if you're a quiet person, pick someone that's loud.
Yeah.
If you're both quiet, you're never gonna like talk to each other.
Yeah, but that's good though. Because if you get someone loud, they're going to annoy you.
No, because you want to be good friends with them.
Like my wife, all of her best friends are all the opposite of her. They're more like me, which is interesting. And then my best friends are more like her, like more methodical, more conniving, more controlling.
Oh my gosh. Gavin, what would you say?
Oh, just about like what would
roommates,
be better?
What's the thing?
I really, really liked it for the college years. I never got to live on my own. That was never a thing that I ever...
Oh, because you went right to marriage.
Yeah,
Do you regret that?
I mean, I guess I was out here for a little bit before Haley got out here. It was a good month.
Pretty great.
A good couple of months.
I know, man. Like when like my wife is going to Disney. I'm trying not to paint my wife in a bad light. My wife is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's going like on vacation for 4 days to see our daughter and stuff. And like for me, I've already got all my meals planned. I don't have to like ask anybody what we're going to have, then have 14 things told no. Like I know what I'm going to have. It's all stuff I love that she doesn't like. And so it's like in those times I get so much more work done because I don't have to worry about like watching TV with somebody or talking.
It's just not on the schedule.
Yeah, I don't have to talk to anybody. I can just do what I want to do. When you
don't have access to the single life. And you get home, like the last time that Haley went on a trip and she took Bennett and I got home, it's like, I don't have to think about anything.
Nothing.
What do you have to think about?
Underwear, couch, here we come.
Well, if they are there, it's like, okay, like, man, I got to make sure that like we have a dinner that's going to make all 3 people happy tonight. I got to get stuff packed and ready for Bennett to go to school tomorrow. I have to make sure that like some chores are here. Haley has something that she'll complain about that I don't actually think is a big deal that I have to like do at the house, and vice versa. We're both that way. Not so much me though, but it's like you just get to be there, and only having to plan for one person, and that person being you.
It's just easier.
You can't disappoint yourself.
Yeah,
that's the
I don't have to expound on my day.
This is something that I deal with every single day,
Right.
and I take it for granted because I don't know any different.
Right.
So for me, if I want to get, like last night, I was like, I don't want to cook. I'm just going to go
Yeah.
order Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
and bring it home.
That's
so I
it.
did, and I didn't think nothing about it.
And it's great. But then when
Yeah.
you have someone else to consider,
Then
like,
they might be like, well, I don't feel like Cracker
Yes.
Barrel. Could we do something else?
or like my wife, like I there are times like I'm not hungry, and yet she's like, well, I didn't have anything to eat today. I'm like, boy, I wish you were a big enough girl to figure this out on your own, but I'm like, yeah, and I did, so I'm not hungry, and so you have to balance that out, and so you're like, okay, we'll go to dinner. Like last night, we went to the revival. I didn't want to go to the revival. I had so much work to do. I've been behind all week long. All I wanted to do was get that done, but I had promised her we'll go to the revival, and I made good on that promise. I didn't complain. I made her go because she tried to let me out of it, and I'm like, no, this is something that's important to you. We're going.
Here's something that I'm finding out, and we talked about this a little bit this morning. You need to find friends for your wife.
Yeah.
Because
doesn't she have some?
No, we have couple friends, and she used to have Molly.
She doesn't
Haley's
feel
a sibling.
comfortable really going out without you.
Right.
And so if she had some friends like she had with Molly, who
Right.
then moved to Utah.
They went out all the time.
Then she could go eat.
Yeah.
She could go to these conferences without you.
Yep.
That needs to be your next mission.
There's no
love
pressure.
it.
There's less
Find
pressure
her
on you.
Yeah.
a friend.
Yeah, because she has good women friends like that she sees at her things, the Bible studies or whatever, but they don't hang out a lot after because everybody has different lives. Like you have a story I think we're going to do next week, you talking about that too. Like somebody has, your friend group changes because of life situations.
Yeah, but sometimes it just takes one person initiating. I did find out that once I initiated,
Yeah.
there are a lot of women out there, despite even having husbands and kids, they're just looking for a friend, someone to get out and do something with.
It gets easier to get stuck in not initiating sometimes too. If you've had like not as much success with it, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna try.
Is she an initiator or
No. No, not at all. Like she'll sit back like you and wait for it to come to her. But she's okay if it doesn't come to her. That's the thing. Like she's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, she's not though.
but she is.
Well, she's not though because she's got you.
Right.
So if you weren't in the
Oh,
picture,
yeah, what would she do? I don't know.
She would be forced to have to initiate.
I don't know. Like
Or would
she says she worries about me. Like if she were to die, that I would just stay at home and do nothing, kind of thing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, well, okay. Can we work on this? No. You'll love this,
can't
Rock.
wait.
She told me the other day. We were talking about you and like vacation days, and she's like, I'd really love for Betty to take a cruise or do something like plan a vacation that would be fun for her, And I'm like, yeah, I would love that for her too. And she goes, hey, you just tell Betty anytime she wants to go on a vacation, I will go with her. I'm like, yeah, I love this. You guys like plan vacations without me. This is great.
Especially if we're spending your money.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
She's like, yeah, we could go on a cruise or do something fun.
I think too that you and Marty really, really you really hone in
on each other
on taking vacations.
Oh yeah.
To me, I'm not.
Yeah.
I work, and I have to get up so early. Sometimes to me, a home vacation is
staycation
great.
Oh, sure,
And
yeah.
I
is
also
nice.
think too that if Marty had a schedule like I did,
Yeah.
she'd feel the same way.
Yeah,
I don't
oh,
think
yeah.
she'd want to go all the time.
She probably wouldn't.
Now
Yeah.
you would because you like to be constantly moving, and I think she's able to keep up with you
Right.
because she doesn't have a schedule where she's got to be up so early.
Yeah.
She can get up whenever she wants and do her work.
She does like to vacation.
And I think if I had a man that was paying for it, I think I would like it even more. However, I think about with vacation, I think about the money that's going to go into it, which is fine,
You
but
budget
it
for it,
also
but-
makes the week fly by.
yeah.
And
So you want to savor
I want
it.
it to just slow down.
wanna sleep
Interesting.
10 hours
and
a
so I
night.
know you're like, you've got 3 days.
Yeah.
You should take a road trip.
I
And I'm
know.
like, no, if anything, I want to sleep. I just
Interesting.
want to like
Which is why I
recharge my
think
battery.
The van is a good idea though for you.
Yeah, that's
Because you
true.
could take it to, if you wanted to go on a trip, you could go. And like that's just all. You don't have to worry about the hotel. You don't have to worry about the.
Yeah, you should do
the
that. You
staying.
should get a van and go to national
Oh, I
parks by
should?
yourself. Yeah.
Are you gonna pay?
So that we can one day hear she lit up a room.
And you're going to be over there. Trust me, she did not.
She lit up a bathroom.
Oh, thank you for that.
All right.
That's really well done.
Thank you very much. All right. With
Where was that in your stand-up?
I don't know. That's going to have to do
No,
it for
it's
your
not.
Aftercast. We can play.
Let's go too fast.
I'm volunteering this weekend.
Revival.
Is this goes back to a Marty situation?
Oh, 100%. You think I'd sign up for this? Absolutely not. Like, because my Saturdays, I love my Saturdays. And so I think we're doing like some food packing, which is great. Like it's like, okay, even things that I'm like really looking forward to sometimes on Saturday. Once I get there, once I've made a commitment and I get there, it's always like when we did the packing food for people, they drive through and we did food boxes for them.
Is it that again? Because I know
it's something
through
different.
Our church, and I didn't.
Yeah, Gavin
know.
and I go to the same church.
I don't even know
How
what
long
this
is it for?
4 or 5 hours, I think. I know. Look at your face.
You
Yeah.
should have told her
Really?
we can do it, but I'm going to be for 2 hours.
I know.
And then the rest we'll just go in separate cars.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. Yeah, it's like all morning on
Was
Saturday.
that the longest shift that you could possibly
Yeah, they're like, can we
get?
do more?
And she's like, yeah, sure, let's go.
Yeah, so I'm in and looking forward to it. Nice. I think for me, my weekends are like your vacation. I want my weekend to take forever.
Yeah.
So we stay up late on Friday.
Yeah. Like that's why I love.
And if it's jam-packed with so many things, it's like, it's just going to
go
speed by, and then I'm going to be back here, and I need a minute to just do what I want to do.
Oh no, I get it. Like if I had 3-day weekends every day, every week, I would love that. Although that would be the norm, then, and it would be not enough.
Yeah, then you'd be like, oh, well, we
go
should have
4.
my
Yeah. I don't know. Next contract, I should put us in for 4-day work weeks. Yeah, it'd be kind of great. All right, we'll see what happens. Betty.
Tonight, I'm going to go carve pumpkins with my parents.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's family.
I'm super excited about it. We always make time to do it every year, and we watch Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin.
Oh, I hate that.
It's the best.
I hate that thing so bad.
Well, you're dumb.
I know.
So I'm going to do that, and I think we're going to order pizza and just hang out.
Nice.
It'll be great.
Like, as a dad who would love to have his daughter living here and come over and carve pumpkins, I'm jealous because I would love that with Haley.
And looking forward to it. And then tomorrow, I just realized there's a deer up there. Well, maybe I have ADHD.
Oh,
you see it?
I thought you meant like in real life. I'm like, what?
No, it's right there on the screen. Okay, then tomorrow, I might go to the Franklin Pumpkin Fest. I'm not sure. It depends on if I can find some people to go with me.
Yeah.
It depends on the weather. It depends on if I get sleep. It depends on
a
lot of things. But also, I am going to it's not a funeral, but it's a remembrance of life.
Memorial, yeah, celebration of life.
Celebration of life.
For who?
For a friend of mine that I know through a friend of mine. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to that, and then I have to.
Those are not fun if you're not really connected to it.
I know, but I feel like I need to show it for my friend.
Because then you're like,
really
you're like looking at your watch the whole time.
No, I don't think I'll stay there. I think it's like a come in and go type thing.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's like. Yeah, I need to look into it. Anyways, I don't think I'll be there for too long. But then Sunday I have to help with the kids. So I'm going to have to find some time to just chill. Gavin?
Tonight, friends over. We're going to make dinner and hang out for a little bit.
That's always fun.
It's nice, though, because they have I enjoy their company, but they have a kid. They're like, oh, we have a hard out at 6:30 to get our kid to bed. I'm like, nice.
Done.
Nice.
Yeah. Love it.
Love it. Get to see you, but I like that there's a little bit of an out.
Oh, for sure.
And then tomorrow we're going to go see our friends from Indiana. We're going to go
You're going to Indiana?
No, in Hopkinsville, there's like a farm
Kentucky,
that does a like a pumpkin patch and all this stuff, but then there's putt-putt there too.
Oh, that's fun.
So I looked it up and it looks fun. There's like a petting zoo. Wow. It just looks like it'll be a good time.
Are these your friends or her friends?
Ours. It was the guy was my college roommate for a couple years, and then Haley and his wife ended up hitting it off. And so
good.
they're just
that makes it easy.
They're our Molly and Greg. They're our besties.
Yeah. I'm finding out, like, the more because I was thinking about this the other day, you're definitely a 6 on the Enneagram, because I can see your wing 7 in that, like on weekends, like just running up there and doing, like, to me as a 9, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, I'm not
it's
driving
an hour
up
away.
there. Yeah.
So
I know, but that's
might as well
definitely
be
like a fly by
lifetime.
the seat of your pants, like you're always up for a good time type thing. So I can see that 7 in you, but then I can also see the 5 in you with your information, because you no, the 6 is in the fear.
Oh, that's right.
But also the 5 is when you're reading your books, getting all the information, things like that. So That's interesting. You're definitely a 6.
Well,
Cool.
with that, that's going to cover the weekend,
6,
and
7.
we will be back.
He's an 8.
I am an 8.
I am a 9.
Yeah, we'll be back, and I'm proud of it.
And you're a wing 7.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everybody like looks at like if you go through the Enneagram, they're always like, oh, the 8s, oh my gosh. And it's like, well, you know what? You're welcome for having a society. Because without 8s, you wouldn't even have that, okay? Wow. Yeah, make
and
America
on
8
that
again.
note, we hope you have a great weekend.
All you loser numbers.